Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Keep It Pro training call brought to you by Networking Wisdom each and every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific for the past 5.5 years. The purpose of this call is not only to learn skills for success in business and network marketing, but also in life. Thank you for joining. My name is Meredith, and I have the honor and privilege to introduce the creator and host, Mr. Romacio Fulcher. Romacio is a well-sought-after leader, trainer, and coach, as well as a very successful international entrepreneur. At the age of 25 years young, he made his first millions in mortgage and real estate, and shortly after that, he was introduced to network marketing. Because he was the ideal student and learned from the best, he quickly rose to the top. In fact, he has been one of the top 50 MLM income earners in the world. He has over 750,000 people in his organization, and he's done over $1 billion in sales. He knows how to make money, and he knows how to make it fast. He loves to have fun, but most of all, he loves to share his wisdom he has gained over the years. In fact, he has helped countless individuals make life-changing income all over the world. What I love most about Romacio is his ability to know exactly what his audience needs to hear each and every time he speaks. I highly suggest that you find a quiet place and grab a pen and paper because you're going to want to take notes and remember these nuggets of wisdom he's going to share today. Without further ado, here is your millionaire mentor, the California kid, Mr. Romacio Fulcher. Are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me, Meredith?
Yes, I can.
All right. Thank you so much for stepping up and being the host. I'm glad that we got all of you here with us today, back again for another edition of the Keep It Pro Trading Call. 5.5 years, guys. 5.5 years. Can you believe it? 5.5 years consistently, write this down, consistently giving value to others. Consistently. For 5.5 years, we've been doing this call. If this is your first time, we are so delighted that you are here with us. Our attitude is come one, come all. And we teach two specific things from week in to week out. The first thing that we teach is we teach you the specific skills that you need to get yourself to the very top of whatever it is that you are promoting, right? The second thing that we teach is we also teach life skills as well. We firmly believe that as you grow, everything else automatically grows. As you grow, everything else automatically grows. And so I'm glad you're here. Listen, we post these calls as soon as they're over, so you can always go to the website or Facebook or YouTube, and you can just, download the call and re-listen to it at your leisure. Last but not least, if you're loving these calls and you're really enjoying and you see value that's been added to your life, do us a favor. Subscribe to our philosophy. We have one philosophy, and here it is. We believe what we make happen for others, God will gladly make it happen for us. That's right, guys. It's all about giving. The next level of promotion that you're expecting in your life, whether it's both personally, spiritually, or financially, it's a reflection of your giving. I tell people all the time that if you don't like what you're getting in life, maybe you ought to check what you're giving. It comes down to your giving. It comes down to your giving. It comes down to your giving. Once again, what we make happen for others, God will gladly make it happen for us. Giving is the answer. No, you're not too bad. No, you're not too dumb. No, you're just fine. Giving is the answer. Are you still giving significant value to other people? What does that mean? You can give money, you can give your time, and you can give your treasures. One more time. This is Bible, baby. You can give money, talent, and treasures. Anybody taking some notes? You can give money, talent, and or treasures. But giving is the key. How do I know this? The way that God set the entire world up, he set it up underneath a code. I call it a code or a principle. The principle is called seed time and harvest. You may have heard you're going to reap what you sow. Well, guess what? If you don't sow anything, I think you know the rest of that statement, right? You're not going to reap anything. So again, you're going to reap what you sow. Seed time and harvest. It's a biblical principle. It's not just for Mexican people. It's not just for Hawaiian people, Filipinos, whites, blacks. It's for all people. I want you to get this. We're getting ready to cross into 2022, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. We're going to be crossing into that here in less than 2 weeks, guys. Can you believe it? 2022. I remember It seemed like it was yesterday when I couldn't even believe we were going into the year 2000. Now to say 2022 is absolutely unbelievable. Now, here's what we're going to do. Continue the Faith Talk series that we're in, which we're still going to do today. But I talked about last week, I was going to be teaching on a specific principle based out of the Bible, talking about how to be a base versus abound. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna push that till next Sunday. Next Sunday is going to be an absolute dynamic call. I saved the best for last. Next Sunday, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a comprehensive call that is going to really set you straight as you get ready to cross into the new year. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. Trust me when I tell you that. Don't miss next week. Matter of fact, make notes right now in your calendar. Who do you want to bring? Who do you want to be on that call with you? It's going to be phenomenal. So what I'm going to do today we're going to prepare you for next week. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get you prepared. And I want to talk about several different topics today, things I want to put on your mind. The first thing I want to put on every single person that's listening, those of you listening live, those of you listening to the replay, I want to really just encourage you to know that you're more than enough. I know that, listen, write this down. I will live by faith and not by sight. If you live by sight, it's going to be very difficult. You're going to find yourself very discouraged, very frustrating, because you have to understand the spirit realm and the natural realm are constantly fighting. You got to remember, good and evil are constantly fighting. It's been this way since the beginning of time, and frankly, it's going to be this way to eternity. So you have to come to the resolve that the spirit realm, and what does that mean? Spirit realm means we are all children of Abraham. We are all God's children. We're Abraham descendants, okay? And there's a promise. There's an inheritance that has been laid up for us. Now, this inheritance, it's not, God didn't say you need to be 6 foot tall, you need to be perfect to get it. No. That's not true. So there is an inheritance of good health, an inheritance of prosperity, an inheritance that's laid up for you, okay? And if you're not careful, you will fall into what I call, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do. And you'll think that the blessings that you are going to receive from God are all contingent upon what you have to do. Now, please do not misinterpret what I'm saying. I don't want you to believe that you don't have to put forth any action for your faith, for the promises that have been laid up for you through faith. I don't want you to think that you don't have to do anything, because that's not true. You do have to put forth action. But by the same token, guys, I don't want you to think that God has some to-do list, and when you finally get to number 6, 7, 8 on your list and you do those, then he'll finally release the blessing. I don't want you thinking that, because what happens is when you think that way, then you have the wrong perception of God's grace, his mercy. You have the wrong understanding of how it all works. You think that it's about, okay, if I do this, you think I got to do all these things and then God's going to do for me. That's not how it works. Anything you're going to get from God is through faith. So by faith, what I need you to do is I need you to say it out loud, I'm more than enough. And if you already know it, hey, this should be second nature to you. Say it again. I'm more than enough. I need you to know that. I can't tell you how oftentimes back in my younger days, I used to question my name. I thought my name was Romacio, right? And I'd never heard of Romacio. So I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going to be successful, because my name is not Michael, Bob, Johnny, Sam, a simple one-syllable name. That's not what my name means. And so I just thought from the very beginning, I've missed the mark. I really felt that because my name was so unique and such a tongue twister for people to say, and I got to tell you, man, people used to butcher my name all the time, guys. Romacio, Romacio. You know what I mean? Romeo, so many different names I've been called. I can't even mention them all. And I said, no, my name is Romacio. Romacio. And it was just the most embarrassing thing coming up as a kid, thinking that, man, I'm just probably, and my parents never told me I wasn't going to be successful. I just again, I was living a life of immaturity, and I was living a life of only what I could see. And because I couldn't see any Romacios, I didn't feel or believe that I would be successful. Not knowing, I didn't know that I have been wonderfully and uniquely made. And I'm more than enough. And I need you to really come to the resolve. Just because you're more than enough, it doesn't mean you're going to be challenge-free with no challenges in life. If we read in Scripture, no matter how perfect you try and be, there's always going to be some challenges. I want you to write this down. Every challenge that you go through, whether it's personal, spiritual, or financial, or maybe parental, being a parent, or maybe on your job, whatever, it's all a test. Challenges reveal your character. Write that down. Challenges reveal your character. So challenges, every vision has to be tested for authenticity. Every single vision. Okay, ladies. Oh, I got a vision. Says a lady. Oh, God, my husband's going to be 6 foot tall. He's going to be dark, handsome. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. He's going to be a man of God, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to wait, and I'm going to wait, and I'm telling you, he's going to be amazing, right? Okay, great. So you got a vision for what you want. That's wonderful. But do you know you're going to be tested? Your vision is going to be tested. Now, you said you was going to wait. That's what you said, right? So your vision is going to be tested. Now, gentlemen, fellas, man, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be the top of my class. I'm going to do big things in life. I'm telling you, mama, I'm going to flow in destiny and purpose. I'm going to go on to do unanimous things. It's never been done before. By the time I leave this world, man, they're going to know I was here. All right, that sounds real good, but I want you to understand, once again, every vision must be tested for its authenticity. In other words, what am I saying? When the challenges come, and they will, God has not forgotten about you. God is not trying to trick you. Challenges come to reveal your character. Now, what does that mean? It simply means, are you going to be persistent enough to do what you said you would do? So I want everyone to write down and everyone to be encouraged knowing you are more than enough. That is extremely important. And the reason I want that to be one of the first things we mentioned today, as we look at all these new terminologies that's coming up, many of you know Facebook is now changed their name to Meta. You've got this new concept called the metaverse. You're hearing that a lot. You've got these new concepts called NFTs. You're hearing this a lot. It's just a whole lot is going on in our world in terms of advancements, technology. Just things are really shifting. Cryptocurrencies, a lot of stuff is going on. And what happens sometimes when the world continues to move at a rapid pace, sometimes people feel that principles that the world was founded on, they feel that those things are old. They feel that they don't work anymore. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. People begin to feel insecure. They begin to feel unsure. They begin to feel like, wait a minute, I don't understand. Do you know, I was looking at my son's homework, his math homework. Do you know that today the way that they teach children mathematics in school is totally different than what they taught me and you when we were younger? 1 + 1 = 2, and there was only one way to come up with the answer of 1 + 1 = 2. Well, now today, man, they got all these different ways to show the calculations of how the math equates to the answer. It's amazing. And what I'm saying to you, if you live by only what you can see, sometimes what you can see will intimidate you. It will make, for example, let me give you another example. If you look at our world today, you've got a lot of people that are how do I say this, ladies? You got a lot of people that are we're doing surgery on everything. People are doing surgery on their cheeks. And look, I'm not against surgery. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Again, I'm not against it. The point I'm trying to make is that we live in a world where so many technology advancements are available to us. where people are augmenting and changing things and shifting things, and all these new advancements are coming up, that sometimes if you're not careful, you'll feel like you're forgotten. You'll feel like, you know what, there's no way I can do big things because I'm just not that, or I'm not this. Again, my hope for you today is that you will make a declaration that you from this point on will live by faith and not by sight. And when you make that declaration that you're going to live by faith and not by sight, then that means you have to grow your faith. Just like when you were a little kid and things that you didn't believe were possible because you had never seen them before, and then the moment you started to grow up and you started to become more aware of what's available and you started to see this and you saw that, as you begin to see things, your vision expanded. It grew, right? Well, the same is for your faith. You have to grow your faith. It's not just going to grow on its own. You have to be intentional. You have to, listen to me, guys. You got to be intentional. I hope you're listening to these wise words spoken. Every single one of us on this call, myself included, we will all experience challenging times. There's no way of getting out of this thing called life without experiencing unexpected challenges in our life. And I'm here to let you know that those challenges, they must come. They have to come because they're solely designed to reveal your character. Your character. And I believe that that's why God is so concerned about our character. And that's why that's one of the things we should always be working on. Always. Because that's what it's about. And frankly, that's what maturity is. That's what maturity is. It's about character, right? And I know I'm always working on my character. I'm a work in progress. By no means am I trying to say that I've arrived, because I have not. But I'm letting you know this is very important, that despite my flaws, despite my shortcomings, despite the things that I'm working on, I get to look in the mirror and I get to say to myself, I'm more than enough. That is such a big win. That's such a big win. If he can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. You see what I'm saying? I want to really feed this into all of you, you know, because you have to understand that when things aren't going your way or the way that you planned, what happens from what you can see, it begins to try and attack your self-image of yourself. It tries to make you believe that, well, maybe it's not going to happen for you. Maybe it's too late. Maybe you're just not enough. And I want to help you build a defense against that. And so number one is to write down and say out loud, I'm more than enough. Now, you're going to have to, for those of you that don't really believe what you're saying, the more you say it, the more convicted you'll get. So it's going to have to be something that's going to have to become repetitious, and that you say it all the time. I'm more than enough. I'm more than enough. I don't care what things look like. I know I'm more than enough. I am God's best work. I mean, guys, listen, this is not foo-foo stuff. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a coach. I'm trying to give you a strategy that will not only encourage you, it will get you to take bold action towards your dreams. And let me tell you something. I'm in the midst of manifesting some pretty incredible stuff. I'm not going to mention it all right now, but it's big time stuff. And let me just tell you, I'm on the phone with some very, 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 very wealthy people that they've got a ton of money. And when I mean a ton, I mean, can you say the word billions and billions and billions of dollars? They've got a lot of money. And I'm just so glad. The reason why I'm teaching you this today is because I do this myself. If I'm not careful, can you imagine me sitting on the phone call with very successful people that are billionaires and very, very successful? And if I don't feel that I'm more than enough, can you imagine how I will begin to posture myself on those calls? Can you imagine how maybe I might just let people walk over me because today they might have more money than me? But see, that's why I'm trying to get you to understand you can't live by what you see. You got to live by faith. And according to faith, all men what? Are created equal. All men are created equal. So just because somebody got more commas or more zeros behind their name than you do today doesn't make them a better man than you or a better woman than you. Now, they may be further along in that part of the journey, making money today, but who's to say what's going to happen tomorrow and the next day? You see, so that's why it's really important for you to really say it and believe it, that you are more than enough. Now, just because you're more than enough, it doesn't mean you won't have to work. You're going to have to work your butt off. It doesn't mean that you won't be taken advantage of from time to time. You will. These are all a part of the learning steps that you have to learn to get where you're trying to go. See, it's very funny to me. When we're kids, and even to this day, we love to dream build, and we all got our dream boards, which I encourage you to do those things. And we all love to think about the end result, right? The money in the account, the baby's finally born, the relationship you've dreamt of your whole life, right? The kid that turned out the way that better than you've imagined, right? We all love to fantasize and to dream about and you should do that. But none of us ever stop to think about what the process of manifesting that dream looks like. And that's all the bloody noses and all the despair moments and all the highs and lows. See, none of us really like to celebrate the process. And that's why I want you, my friend, to constantly remind yourself that you're more than enough. You know, I'm reminded, I have a play sister. She's not my real biological sister, but she's definitely a part of our family. And I'll keep her nameless because she don't like me publicly mentioning her name and all this stuff. But anyway, I remember many years ago, I had said to her, now, I remember we were in her kitchen and I had said to her, I said, hey, listen, do you believe you're smart? And she looked at me and she said, boy, I am brilliant. And I'll never forget that moment because she's definitely a mover and a shaker and she's pretty successful and, you know, she's doing big things in the world and making a difference. And I mean, she's mingling with some pretty powerful people at times. And I just wondered how she felt about it, you know, given her personality is what it is. And I remember saying, are you smart? And she looked back at me and said, boy, I'm brilliant. And you see, I love that moment because she knows who she is. And that's why I'm just giving you story after story that you've got to know that you are more than enough. People may do it different than you. People may speak differently than you. They may talk differently than you. They may handle problems differently than you. They may be more eloquent than you. They may have a better vocabulary. They may have better connections than you. So what? But you are more than enough. And that's why I want you, number 2, I want you to make sure you're living in abundance. And what does that mean? Do you have an abundance mindset? Do you believe that there's enough for all of us? Or do you have a scarcity mindset? Oh, I'm the only one that can have that type of woman. I'm the only one that's going to have that type of man. I'm the only one that can make that type of money. I'm the only one that can reach that high level in life. I'm the only one. Nobody can do it but me. See, that's hogwash. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Don't be the type of person that believes you have to put down others just to elevate yourself. That's so small-minded. Be someone that loves to collaborate, someone that loves to celebrate other people and their victories and their successes in all areas of life. You know, to me, one of the most attractive things is when a man or a woman is confident enough to say, hey, you see that man right there? Baby, that man, that's a handsome brother right there. Look at his beard. Look at that brother got it going on. You see, I do this stuff all the time. You know, celebrate the next man. Man, that man, that's a, you know, I do it all the time, to celebrate other people. Man, you see that guy over there? Wow, man, look at that. Man, that man is doing big things. Wow, you know, one of my favorite guys I love to celebrate, is that I just love his swag is Deion Sanders. I just love Deion. I'm a Deion fan. He's one of the guys that I really like. I love, I love Michael Jordan, of course, different guys. I just like their swagger, the way that they do, the way that they approach life, the way that they handle adversities, triumphs, all that, man. I like how he just slides on through life. I like how he does it, right? Okay, so what I'm saying to you, be confident enough to celebrate others. Listen to me and write this down. This will really bless you if you take it in. When you celebrate others in any area of life, all you're doing is bringing that into your world. One more time. When you celebrate others in any area of life, all you're doing is bringing more of that into your world. That's all you're doing. That's why it's so important for you to constantly have an abundance mindset. There is enough for us all. See, the world doesn't want you to believe that. The world only wants you to believe there can only be one person at the top and somebody's got to be at the bottom. See, that's the world. That's what the world wants you to believe. But that's not according to your Creator. Your Creator said in Revelations, he said, I will make room in this world for the gift that I've given you. So that means no matter how much technology advances, and it will, it doesn't matter how many more people that will be born, and there will be a lot, it says clear as day that the gift that God has given you, he will make room in this world for your gift. Let me give you an example of some of the people that God has made room for their gift in this world. You look at Will Smith, and look, I'm not here to throw any shade at anybody. I like Will Smith. Some of you may not, but look how successful he's been as an actor. Look at Jamie Foxx. Man, that guy is so funny to me. I mean, he could just make you laugh just on cue. You look at Kevin Hart. I mean, look at these guys' story and look at how far he's gone in life, right? Look at how well he's doing, how many lives he's impacting using his gift, right? Okay, look at Magic Johnson. Look at Tiger Woods, whether you like him or not. Look at how far he's gone. Look at how many people he's impacted. Look at Stephen Curry, my favorite basketball player today, right? There's so many people I could mention that they've just used their gift to touch people. Look at Romacio Fulcher. That's my mom. She uses her gift, and her gift, God has made room in this world for the gift that he's given her. And the same can be said for you. This is why it's so important, number one, for you to always, always affirm, no matter how bad it may look, no matter how much you've messed up, no matter how many times you've asked for help and did it again, right? It's very important that you consistently, I am more than enough. No, you have not sinned too much. You have not made too many mistakes that God has just said, forget you, I'm not going to bless you. That is not true. So it's very important that you affirm yourself by saying I'm more than enough. But number two, it's also very important that you live in abundance. If I can encourage you to get rid of something that is just so demonic, it's so bad, it's so horrible, it's jealousy and envy. You know that's one of the big sins, because the Bible doesn't want you to be jealous nor envy. Get rid of jealousy and envy. I celebrate people. I am never, listen to me, I never have, and I never will be intimidated by any man or woman's success in any area of life. I get so excited when I see people winning. They're achieving more. They're doing more. I'm super pumped up. It turns me on, for real. I get excited because I'm thanking you for your example. Because I know the God that I serve. If you could do it with hard work, dedication, persistence, up highs, lows, then so can I. You see what I'm saying? You see that? You see how liberating that mindset is, that mentality? To know that you live in an abundance mindset. See, the world wants you to believe that you got to smash and grab, that you've got to constantly take from others so that you can eat. That's not true. That's the furthest thing from the truth. What you got to do is learn how to add value. Money comes from solving problems. All these people that I just mentioned, from Kevin Hart to Jamie Foxx to Tiger Woods, to all these people, Joel Osteen, I mean, I can go on and on and on with just so many people. All they're doing is using their gift that's been given to them to solve a problem in people's life. And the bigger the problem that you solve, the more money that you make. So there's no need to smash and grab. There's no need to steal, to be jealous and envious of other people. There's no need to take from others so that you can elevate yourself. It's not necessary at all. It's very limiting, it's very short-sighted, and it's very toxic. So I want to encourage you. To develop and live in an abundance mindset. Abundance. Number 3, the third thing that I want to give you in preparation, I got to talk about it's important that you have a very clear vision for yourself. And I'm going to hit this one, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. But number 3, when we talk about vision, the Bible talks about where there is no vision, people perish. And guys, I've said this before, and I'm saying it again. The reason why you have to have a vision, it prevents you from perishing. Do I mean physical death? No. I mean emotional death, spiritual death, mental death. Let me say it again. A vision prevents you from perishing. You must have a vision for yourself, your health vision, financial vision, relationship vision, business vision, philanthropy vision, parenting vision. You have to have a vision. I see so many people out there that have no vision, and that's why they accept any old thing. You have to have a vision. I can't stress this. I can't teach this enough. Everything is about vision. You got to have a vision. Once you know your purpose, boom, what's your vision? You have to have a vision. Stay away from people that don't have a vision. Les Brown said, if you go through life aimless, you become a wandering generality. He said you need to become a meaningful specific. You got to have a vision. I want to encourage you today, ladies and gentlemen, when is the best time to do it? Today. To write down a vision. It can be small, it can be medium, or it can be large. Write down. Do you know, as an entrepreneur, guys, how many times while I'm in the middle of a struggle or a fight, and I always go back to what my vision is. That's the number one thing I rest on. I don't care what it may look like. I don't care how hard it is. I'm not quitting, and this vision will come to pass. Yes, it will. 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 You see? You have to write down your vision. Now, you write down your vision. This is faith talk, but then you got to speak your vision. I declare and decree X, Y, and Z will happen in the name of Jesus. I declare and decree X, Y, and Z will happen in the name of Jesus. You have to write down your vision, and you have to speak your vision. So if there's one assignment I could give you guys today is I want to make sure if you have not written down your vision, you must do that today. Do not wait. Please. Please, 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 please. I don't care if you got to pull out a napkin. Use some lipstick if that's all you got. Get started. Write down your vision. There's no man or no woman that has ever achieved anything great that did not have a vision. One of the most attractive things that I love to talk about or I love to hear, tell me what your vision is. Write that down. I said one of the most attractive, small-minded people love to talk about people and they love to talk about places. Hey, girl, did you hear about so-and-so? Hey, man, did you know about so-and-so? Did you know about so-and-so? Oh, man, did you hear over there? Blah, 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 blah. Small mind, small mind, small mind, small mind. When people, big-minded people, they talk about ideas and concepts. Man, what if we could do this? You ever thought about that, man? Man, I've got a vision inside me. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but this is what I want to do, man. You know? So, again, it's very important. Very, very, very important that you know your vision. You know your vision. One of the things I would encourage you to do is do a list of 300 things. 300 things that you would love for God to do for you. And I know it's going to be hard for some of you to come up with 300. I mean, of the most astronomical, amazing things. If you could have the dream life you've ever wanted in every area of your life, write down 300. Now, most of you, what's going to happen, you're going to get to about 40, 50, 60, and you're going to say, wait a minute, I can't think of any more. Yes, you can. 300 things that you would love for God to do for you. They could be small, medium, or large, or whatever they are. It helps you develop a vision. And if it helps you, break it down into different sectors. Start with, spiritually. What are some things you would love for God to do for you spiritually? Then go on to the next sector, health, right? What are things that you would love to God to do for you health-wise? What are things you would love to accomplish with good health? Number 3, relationships. Number 4, business. Business. What would things you would love for God to do for you business-wise? Number 5, philanthropy. What are things you would love for God to do for you philanthropic things? Write those things down. Okay? Number 6, travel. Places you would love to travel. Okay? Things you would love to own. Things you would love to, people you would love to work with. Number 7, dream projects you would love to be able to do one day. Guys, listen to me. 300 things. And if you look at that list at least once a day, within 1 year, you will notice about 15 or 20 of those things or more you will have accomplished. You see? And then once you accomplish those 15 to 20, guess what? You replace them with another 15 to 20. And you continue to look at that list every single day, at least once a day. I don't look at my list every day. I don't. But I try and look at it as much as I can. I do. And you look at it, once again, and next thing you know, in the next 12 months, you accomplish another 15 to 20. So in 2 years, you've accomplished somewhere between 30 to maybe 40 or more of the items you wrote down. But you constantly keep it full of at least 300. You see? Guys, you have to live in your future. If you don't live in your future, you will buy your present situation every day, all day. You will believe that what you see in your present situation is all there is. And that is not the truth. The truth is what you see in your present situation, whether it's good or bad, is nothing more than a test. If you're doing really well in life, I want to let you know, watch out for the pothole right around the corner. No, I'm not speaking ill will over your life. I'm letting you know that after 43 years and me being an entrepreneur for more than half of my life, one of the things I've learned is not to let my highs be too high and don't let my lows be too low. I've seen ups and I've seen downs, and that's why next week we're going to be talking about, as Paul said, I've learned to be abase and abound. See, I'm going to really show you what that means, but I want to set you up for that. We're going to get to all that next week as I couple that with some other things we're going to be talking about as we launch you into the new year. So in other words, you got to learn through maturity how to process the highs and lows of your business. No businessman in America, every single year, their numbers are just like a rocket ship going straight up. There's no business in America, in the world, that lives that way. Businesses go up and down. Stock market goes up and down. And guess what's going to happen to your life? It's going up and down. And so whatever you're looking at, both good or bad, it's designed to build your character. See, I heard Les Brown say, in the prosperous times in life, you put it in your pocket. In other words, that may be your harvest. But in the lean times of life, lean meaning things aren't going well, you put it in your heart. What I've learned to take that statement and add on to it. In the prosperous times in my life, that's when I'm going to continue to seed even more. I want to plant more seeds. So I'm constantly living in an overflow of continual blessings. And I don't just mean blessings of financial nature. I want relationship blessings. I want blessings upon my kids' kids. I want blessings in my community. I want blessings spiritually, blessings in my health. I want to continue to live a blessed life. Okay? And living a blessed life does not mean a life without trials and tribulations. But what I really want is I want to become stronger and stronger in my character, that when the trials come, that my maturity kicks in to realize that I'm not just saved based on how I feel. I'm saved based on what I know. So feelings don't have anything to do with God's principles. I said feelings don't have anything to do with God's principles. It had nothing to do with my feelings. See, your feelings are designed to sometimes take you out. Well, I don't feel right today. I don't feel like doing it today. I don't feel like God is really in this. I don't feel like God really has my best interest at heart. No. Because if you get see, that's where you're twisted. That's where you're confused. God is not a man. He's a spirit. God is he's not fair, but he's just. He's just. He's a principle-based God. God has no respect he has no respect of person. What he will do for one, he will do for another. So what does that mean? It's all about principles. And that's why I'm trying to lay this down for you. And I want to go to now number 5. Number 5, I want you to write down, I got to talk about your habits. Oh, man, this is a big one here. Habits are everything. See, it's not enough just to say, I'm more than enough. I'm more than enough. It's not enough just to live in abundance. It's not enough just to know your vision. You also have to develop good habits. I think this is number 4 or 5. I can't remember. You've got to develop good habits. Listen, your life, if someone were to draw a graph or a chart of the life you've lived up to this point, what would the lines look like from your emotions? Meaning, would it be pretty consistent in terms of more or less, how you continue to live your life? Or would it be very erratic with, dramatic highs, dramatic lows? Look, nobody's life is perfect. The point of the story is your habits tell the story of everything. Habits are everything. I cannot stress upon you, there are some habits that I don't have that are not good. And that's why you got to continue to keep pressing toward the mark, put the past in the past, and you got to press to develop some new habits. Habits are everything. They're everything. Because of your habits, that will create the ascend that you're looking to achieve. I said because of your habits, that will create the ascend. That means going up, that you're looking to achieve. But likewise, because of your habits, that will create the descend. That means you going down, that you don't want. So what we learn at the end of the day, our habits is what makes the difference. That's why I want you to develop a habit of living by faith versus a habit of living by sight. Number 2, I want you to develop a habit of constantly believing that you're more than enough despite what the circumstance and the statistics may say. Oh, can't no females do this. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Don't believe the statistics. Believe that you are more than enough. Number 3, I want you to believe that I want you to develop a habit of always having a vision. You know, if you're trying to lose weight, have a vision of, hey, look, I want to lose my first 5 pounds. Then after that, I'm gonna graduate, lose my first 10 pounds. You know, chop it down into bite-sized pieces that are believable for you. You trying to make money? I'm gonna make my first $100, my first $100. Then I'm gonna 5X it, and I'm gonna make my first $500. Then I'm gonna make my first $1,000. Uh-oh, that's 10X. I started with 100, now I'm at 1,000. That's 10 times more. Come on, baby, we going somewhere with this. Develop the habit of always having a vision. Number 4, develop the habit of always living in the abundance mindset, not the lack mindset. Abundance. There's more than enough. There's always more than enough. I don't care what it may look like. There's more than only a few people get to live like. No. You don't understand who I'm with. You don't understand whose child I am. You don't understand how much favor I got on my life. I don't know about you, but for me, I can tell you there's more than enough. There's more than enough. But Mr. Fulcher, you don't understand. There is no more. No. There's always more than enough for me. I don't know what you're talking about, but for me, I know there's more than enough. You see? This is really important. Develop the habit. Develop good habits. Your habits are everything. You rise to the level of your habits and you fall to the level of your habits. You rise and fall to the level of the habits that you create. This is why it's so important to develop good habits. I cannot stress this enough, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stress it enough. And finally, I think we're on number 5 or 6. The last one I want to leave you with. I saved the best for last. This is super important. Always, this is from me to you. In any area of your life that you're looking to get better in or to become outstanding at, always have a mentor. You know, I've said this 1,000 times, so I'm going to say it again. Every prophet in the Bible, they all had a mentor. Every single one. Because mentorship is wisdom without waiting for it. That's what mentorship is. It's where you get to learn from other people's mistakes and their successes. And then also, you will learn from banging your head against the wall, making mistakes and getting it wrong. You'll learn from that too. But when you have a mentor, it allows you to it's like a cheat code. It's like a cheat sheet. It allows you to learn faster. In fact, that is the purpose of the Bible. When we read the Bible, the stories in there are stories of what to do and what not to do. That's really, did you know that the word Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving Earth? So in other words, it's an instruction manual given to all of us on what to do versus what not to do. Hello, it's a mentor. So it's a guide. Can't make you do it, but again, my point is have a mentor. Any area of your life. Any area of your life that you're trying to do better in, you're trying to get to the next level, man, if you really want to shorten your curve, who is your mentor? Never, ever, ever have a mentor that has not done or achieved what you're looking to accomplish in that specific area of life. I never have a mentor that is for every area of my life. I don't. I have mentors for specific areas of life. Spiritual advisors, financial advisors. You see what I'm saying? I never have a mentor that just, they do it all. No. There's no one person that's perfect except Christ, right? So, again, whatever area it is, have a mentor. Have a mentor. Now, when you finally are fortunate enough to get yourself a mentor that meets the criteria notice what I said, that meets the criteria. Do everything in your power to cherish them, to honor them. When you get a mentor, you must understand the law of honor. The law of honor. You must learn how to honor the voice that speaks into your life. Because if you don't honor them, they will leave you. They will leave you. I cannot express this enough, how important it is for you to have a mentor. If you want to shorten your growth curve in that specific area, having a mentor allows you to do that. Do you know in the Bible it says nothing under the sun is new? That means nothing under the sun is new. So even though it may be new to you, what you're going through, I assure you, someone else has already been through this. They've got the trophy and they've got the t-shirt, and they can teach you what to do and what not to do that would be in your best interest. That's why every prophet in the Bible had a mentor. Now, just because you have a mentor doesn't mean you aren't going to go through tough seasons and tough times. Yes, you are. But the difference is when you have a mentor, they can help you go through it by helping you develop the right perspective of what to think and what to do while going and growing through that situation that you're in. Whether it's a divorce, a death, whether it's a business, a failure, whatever it may be, that is the power of wisdom. Mentorship is wisdom without waiting for it. It's the shortcut. So these little few points that I just gave you guys, when we summarize the calls from this year, I think we kind of touched on every little thing there. And I gave you some broad strokes, but boy, it was a lot of meat on that bone that I just gave you. I really hope that you honor this time that we spend. I really hope that that you will take your notes, but more importantly, that you'll do it. You'll apply them. I want nothing more than the best for you. I want you to understand we need you in the game. You bring something I don't bring. You have something that I don't have. You are necessary to a problem that exists in our world. So as you may be the answer for me on some areas, I too may be the answer for you on some areas. And together, we work together to make this world a better place, one person at a time. Listen, no one ever said that faith makes things easy. It just clearly says that faith makes it possible. With faith, it's possible. It's possible. And you see, what I love about being a human being, if the possibility exists, a human being will figure it out. If it's possible, Christopher Columbus said, is it possible that I could maybe explore? What shall I find? Right? Dr. King, I mean, there's so many that I can go on. Is it just possible? Just the word, is it possible? Is it, look at Elon Musk. Is it possible? Is it possible? Woo-wee. The word possibilities, just that one single word gives so much, it gives birth to so many ideas, to so much hope. It's possible. In other words, it means the door is not completely shut. It's possible, baby. It's possible. And there's those of us courageous, bold people like myself that, you mean it's possible? You mean with faith, courage, tenacity, good habits, persistence, it's possible that I could achieve that? It's yes, all things are possible through Christ. And so, guys, I want you to take these points and I want you to apply them. I want you to apply them. If you have to, make this one of your favorite replay calls to listen to. You know, what you listen to, guys, you turn into. What you listen to, you turn into. What you listen to, you turn into. What you listen to, you turn into. Look, I'm not here to condemn anybody. I make my own mistakes, but you ever wonder why you cuss so much? Maybe because that's what you listen to all the time. You ever wonder why you sound that way? Maybe because that's what you listen to all the time. What you listen to, you turn into. You see, again, it comes back to our habits. So I can tell you this year is going to be incredible if that's what you want it to be, if that's what you declare and decree it to be, if that's what you prepare for, if that's what you speak into existence that it will be, and if you honor your mentor, if you honor the voice that's speaking to you, I promise you, you will begin to see an amazing harvest in your life. Guys, I'm excited about what's about to take place on next Sunday. Oh, man, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. We're going to hit that thing so good next week. I'm telling you, you're going to be saying, man, this is the call I needed. Next week, boy, we're going to launch you into the new year next Sunday. And I know that there's a lot of calls and a lot of people you hear from. But I can tell you, man, can't nobody bring it like the California kid. I can tell you that. There ain't no competition against me because there ain't but one me. And I know that I matter. I know that what I have to say, it definitely changes lives. So listen, I'll see you guys here next Sunday. I love you guys, and always remember, in everything that you do, there's nobody in the world any greater than you. You're more than enough. I'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye, everybody.